watch. You're gonna accept. Watch right now, brother. Anser, yeah. Anser, look. In me, this is
What book you got, man? Let me see what you.
No, this is about Christianity. This is forgery. You gotta check it out. Yeah. Okay. Why the Bible is forgery? That's something else. Now, listen. You are gonna accept the Creator. You can't run away from it. Look.
Me?
Yes, you. Right now, on camera. I'm quite emotional right now, actually. Yeah. Check this out.
It's gonna be a big one for you, bro.
No, it's gonna be a big one for you because there's nothing big happening to me.
Is it recording?
I've been in Pakistan a couple of times, but but you know, in Pakistan and not just Pakistan, I would say pretty much everywhere in Asia. In these states, like when I tell people, I'm Muslim, like, are you gonna marry your cousin? Are you gonna do this? I'm like, that's not a Muslim thing. That's like an Asian cultural thing, right? And we don't have no arrangements.
Yeah, but when you say it's an Asian cultural thing, wouldn't you say that in history there's many examples in many different cultures of people marrying their cousins?
No, I'm not saying
because
it's wrong.
No, wait a minute. Because the fact of the matter is, what is important to small communities of primitive people is maintaining their wealth, maintaining their status, maintaining control over their families. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's as of today, right now.
So what I'm saying to you is that that's just something about human beings.
No, but that's what it is, though. That's mostly in Asia, is what I'm saying. Like in Asian, you guys have a culture.
You just agreed with me that it happens in a lot of places.
I'm not just talking about Muslims. I'm talking about even the non-Muslims in
and I'm
Asia.
going further than that and saying that it's everywhere. A lot of people do it.
Yeah, but that's more like, this is what I'm saying. In the States, when people see me, are you a Muslim? Yeah. So what do you say? Are you gonna marry your cousin?
All right.
Like, it's like
so they jump to conclusions about you just because you're a Muslim.
Yeah, not just me. I'm just talking generally, and they think like that mark, that Pakistani flag where you got the star and they say like this is the Islam sign.
Well, it is predominant in quite a lot of Muslims.
Yeah, but they say that's like what I'm trying to say is people just kind of generalize what's going on, not having to understand.
I agree.
Right?
That's fine. A lot of people do generalize.
Yeah. So what I'm implying over here is that you might have some stuff in your country or anywhere else, which is not necessarily in Islam, but then they try to go with culture and religion together. And in that case, it's not real Islam.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
But what I'm trying to say to you, because I understand that point.
That's all I was saying.
No, I understand that, but what my point to you is, how is that relevant? The fact is, all cultures and all societies have somehow merged this magical document of theirs and made it fit in their reality. So what? I understand that. That's what people do.
Yeah,
they make up rubbish and then they try and merge it into the way they want to live life.
Yeah. But all right. So what I was saying is because you said they're stoning you to death if you commit adultery.
No, he was saying to me that in Muslim countries and cultures, men are much less likely to go out and fornicate with people because they're morally better because of Islam. And I said to him, no. Wait a minute. I said to him, no. The reason why people in Muslim countries don't fornicate as much and don't commit adultery as much is because they'll get stoned to death for it, or they will be frowned upon and looked down upon and treated like shit. And for children, they'll be beaten. Yeah? So these are the reasons why people don't do that in Muslim countries, and it has nothing to do with being a Muslim.
Okay, first of all, I don't agree with whatever he said. That
yeah, well, that's why he ran away.
Right? I don't agree with that.
That's why he ran away straight away.
And I also don't think, as of today, right now, there's any country that's actually stoning people to death, unless you're talking about somewhere in Al-Qaeda or stuff like that.
What are you talking about?
And right now, even in Muslim countries, they got clubbing, they got drinks, people, mingling, they got girlfriends.
About 6 months
they
ago,
have all these things
about
going
6
on.
months ago, it was reported that 19 people are beheaded in Saudi Arabia a month for either blasphemy.
For what?
For blasphemy, homosexuality, and apostasy.
Okay.
So how dare you tell me this doesn't happen
anywhere?
Bro, it happens.
Listen.
It happens.
Look.
It still happens today.
Look. When you say Muslim countries, I don't know about, maybe in Saudi Arabia, probably that's like the only country where you could say they in fact do apply stuff.
Right, so let's change your position from it never happens, it doesn't happen, to it happens in at least one country.
Yeah, but
would you like me to name you another country where this happens?
No, hold on.
In Pakistan, in Bangladesh.
No, Pakistanis like England.
Alright, so in Pakistan, I know
I've been to Pakistan, you can't tell me. I've been to Islamabad, they go clubbing, they drinking, they doing everything.
Before you go into this, I was born in Pakistan.
I've been to Pakistan myself.
I've been there 10 times in my life.
I've been there as well.
Okay, so what I'm telling you is that there is reports and factual evidence.
Well, I don't know about reports, but
factual evidence that human beings are murdered for leaving Islam in Pakistan.
Okay, well that's different.
What are you talking about?
You said they don't do. They don't commit adultery in Muslim countries.
So what I'm
saying
to you, the reason
because they'll stone you to death.
The reason
are you telling me in Pakistan they don't do none of that?
The reason why more people don't leave Islam in Pakistan is because you get killed for it.
Dude, you're like talking about, you like jumping to different types of percent. Are you telling me in Pakistan right now, it's like a hardcore Muslim country, no adultery, no fornication?
Okay,
Is that what
if
you're
you're
saying?
that brave,
Is that what you're saying?
Bro, if you're that brave, I dare you to go to Pakistan.
I've been to Pakistan.
And stand up and say that you disagree that Muhammad is the last prophet.
Okay, maybe you'll get in trouble in that way, but
so what else am I saying?
But this is what you said.
You said
they don't. You said in Muslim countries, people don't fornicate because they're going to get stoned to death. And then this is what I'm saying. That's not true because in Pakistan,
is that not true in Saudi Arabia?
What about Pakistan?
I didn't say all Muslim countries.
All right, thank you.
Did you think I said that?
Yeah, you said Muslim countries, so which was kind of like all countries.
So if you think I meant all Muslim countries, that's maybe your mistake, maybe my mistake.
Look at Turkey.
But I'm clarifying my position, brother. And I'm saying to you that in some countries, a lot of Muslim countries, the penalty for apostasy, which is simply refusing to believe in Islam when you were born a Muslim, is death. In a lot of Muslim countries.
Is that in the law though? Because
it's the law. Bro, it's the law.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I don't want culture and Islam together. Is that in the law?
It is the law.
All right, let me tell you this. Let me tell what it is. If someone leaves Islam, right? If he chooses to leave Islam, he can go. But if he goes around spreading lies where you have a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm an ex-Muslim,"
is it a lie for him to say I'm an ex-Muslim?
No.
Because people get killed just for that.
No. Look. I'm talking about the ones that choose to be, to be not Muslim anymore.
Now you're saying that they
go
get
out and then they lie about Islam.
No. So if they just say, I don't believe, I used to be a Muslim and now I'm not, people get killed just for that as well.
Well, then that's not in the law. That's what I'm saying. I specifically know in the law it says if someone is spreading lies, that's in the Sharia. If someone is spreading lies about the religion after he or she left,
so you agree that people should be murdered if they lie about
they're spreading lies.
Okay, even if
you have the choice to leave.
Even if they lie
you should not be spreading lies.
Are you ex-Muslim?
Yeah.
Are you ex-Muslim? Are you ex-Muslim?
You still say, first of all,
does he think
who's to say he's not
today? They're gonna kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
He's mental.
I don't know now. You're just getting involved. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
It won't happen.
What won't happen?
You think you're gonna go to Pakistan? They're gonna kill you?
Really?
Or Bangladesh?
So have people got killed there for just being non-Muslim?
Guess what? It's a Muslim country. That happens.
And have people been killed there?
Yes, they have.
So,
do you think you're going to get killed there, though?
How do I know? Do you really want me to
do
go?
You think that that's going to happen? Do you think that people who are ex-Muslims don't go to Pakistan and not get killed?
Of course, some of them don't get killed. But some of them do get killed.
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
It's in a Muslim
So
country.
does that make it a safe place for ex-Muslims or not?
Why in England?
Bro, what's your point? Just get to your point. What's your point?
There's no point. We just talking.
There's no chance, bro.
Okay. There is no point because I didn't hear one either.
God damn, you're in a hurry,
Like,
man.
I never said all ex-Muslims get killed if they go to Pakistan.
the camera.
What I know is
no idea.
you do get killed.
I think it's alright.
For just being an ex-Muslim. Just being an ex-Muslim.
You can walk around here.
I don't think you should get
you
killed.
really don't know.
What, that they should have, what are you saying?
What I'm saying to you, when you ask the question, because sometimes people ask the question of why someone should get killed if they leave Islam.
Yeah, so I was asking me if they should get killed for being a non-Muslim.
And who should decide that? Is it the people or, who decided they
I
should
think
get killed?
human beings should decide that he doesn't deserve to be killed. That's what human beings should decide.
The law decides that.
Yeah, and who makes the law?
The country's
and who
law.
makes the law?
That country's
Who makes the law?
If it's a Muslim
and how is
country,
the law made?
Wait, can you tell me a Muslim country where they're hardcore, like going by Islamic rules?
Right,
Even
I
in
don't
Saudi
know.
Arabia
Brother,
today.
what I always say is it's a good discussion, but first establish the law that you're going to talk
Yeah, who
about.
makes the law?
No, hear me out. Establish
Who makes
which
the
law.
law?
Hear me out. I'm trying to tell you guys, it's a good discussion that you're having, but establish the law you're going to first
who
talk
makes the
about.
law?
No, hear me out. The law
Bro,
that you're going to talk about,
understand.
whether
Who
it's
makes
the
the law?
Sharia law
Who
or
makes
whether
the law?
it's
Yeah, the
a
country's
man-made
law.
law.
Who makes the law?
The man-made law that in this country they have it is the man that makes
So
it.
tell me where there's
Who
not a
makes
man-made
the
law.
Islamic
Tell me where
law?
there's not a man-made law.
Who makes Islamic law? Unfortunately,
Tell
do you
me
know
somewhere where the law is not man-made.
Unfortunately, the Sharia, we say it come from
Yeah,
Allah.
I actually agree there.
A minute ago, he
There isn't a
was
lot of
saying,
countries where
he was
there's
saying that
Sharia
all
law.
cultures use their religion and merge it with their culture.
Yeah, that's what it
So
is.
now he's saying that in some places they have true Sharia law.
Where? No, he never said that.
No,
He
no,
never
I
said
didn't
that.
say
He
that.
never
I didn't
said
say
that.
So what am I saying
He
to
never
you?
said
So
that.
what am I saying to you?
I'm saying-
Who makes the law? Human beings, isn't it?
Human beings make
Right.
certain laws.
No, human beings make all the laws.
You
Human
conflating
beings
two
make all
laws.
the laws.
And how's that going so far? How's it going? Why are the
I'm
jails?
not talking about how
Why is the
it's going.
prison so packed with criminals?
I'm not talking
Why
about-
is it getting worse?
Isn't there
How's
criminals?
criminals going on
Isn't there
though?
criminals in religious countries?
What?
Isn't there prisons in
No, but there isn't. They're all man-made laws. A lot of the Muslim countries
Right,
today.
so what I'm saying to you is all laws are made by man.
Dude, if you go to his country,
By the
where
way,
he's from,
which is can you answer my question? Which
What's your
Islamic country or Muslim country that following the Sharia
no
law
country,
today?
none.
You know anyone?
Saudi Arabia, there's a
So
selective.
you mentioned if you go Pakistan or these certain countries, you'll be killed for coming out of
Pakistan does not
Islam.
follow Islam country.
Why do you think that's the case?
No, hear me out.
Why do you think that's the case?
You're not listening to the question I'm asking you. What I'm asking you is, did they follow the Sharia law?
No, they don't.
Does it say in their constitution?
They say they do.
No, they don't.
In their constitution,
don't.
unfortunately, they don't follow it. Their
The only
constitution
country that follows
says they
Sharia
should
law
follow.
Where did they get the
democracy law.
idea that
No
it should
country
be against the law
No
to leave a
Muslim
religion?
country in the world today follows Sharia law. Only Saudi Arabia cherry picks what it wants and what it doesn't want. You cannot even
Only
say Saudi
Saudi
Arabia is
Arabia,
like. No, they don't. I said they cherry pick Sharia law. It's not even Sharia law even there. Every other country. Pakistan is like London.
Saudi Arabia and Somalia.
So what exactly is Sharia law? Because you're saying that
Sharia-
no one has
look,
managed
That's
to...
what I'm saying to you.
Guys, will you just shut up and let one person speak at a time, yeah? Because it's just
Look,
stupid, you're both talking at the same time.
Do you know?
Brother,
Okay,
wait a
let me
minute.
tell you.
What is Sharia law and why can't any human country manage to implement
Look,
it?
Sharia law is God's law.
What is it?
That's what it is. It's God's. What do you mean? What is it? It's God's law. That's how it starts, right?
What are the rules?
Look,
What
let me
are
tell
the
you. Let
rules
me
of
tell
it?
you. Let me tell you.
What did God say? That should be
Let
this
me tell you.
law.
Well, if you study it, you're going to be surprised. In Harvard, look, in Harvard University in the States right now. In Harvard, listen, Harvard University, listen, you can call it whatever you want. Harvard University, they have a verse from the Quran, right, which talks about justice.
Ooh.
No, let me hear
does
me
that
out.
prove?
No, I'm going there. Because, listen, so they have this verse that says, it talks about the justice, how it's not going to wrong nobody and it's just, right? So Sharia law, those people studying it, they have some verses in it where
So
it
you're
says,
saying that the American
no,
Constitution
no.
was based on the
No,
Quran?
that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
You're a joker.
That's not what I'm saying. Are you
Stop
just,
joking.
are you want to play around with words?
Bro, come on, just tell me,
Listen.
what are you trying to say?
Okay, what I'm trying to say is Sharia law, if you study it, it's a whole law. I can't
So
just
what is it?
I can't just tell you in one word, it's God's law. That's how I'm gonna tell you. In one word. In one word.
Give me an example of it. Something.
What, are you like going to law school?
So in the perfect Sharia.
Okay, you can't just go to law school and be like, oh, I want tell me what's the law.
Right, let's deal with one.
It's the
specific-
law. It's
Okay,
not
let's deal
like
with
a
one specific aspect of this magical
Alright,
law.
alright,
Yeah.
alright.
So my brother asked me here, what about apostates being killed? Is that part of your magical Sharia law?
Where's this video going anyway?
YouTube.
Where's this? Sorry?
Speakers Corner UK, content over everything. Two channels. Yeah? So what I want to know is, in this magical Sharia perfect law of yours, is it okay to murder someone for leaving Islam?
Let me just. I can't.
Because you seem to know a lot about it.
No,
You
this
think
is.
it's perfect.
So what's your name, sorry?
Ansar.
Sorry?
Ansar.
Ansar, yeah. I'm not Abdul Hakim, yeah. The thing is, yeah, what many people do, and it's a big misconception. Let me finish, yeah. Is they pick on aspects of Islam, which is the hudud, which is the
Bro, we're not
stoning.
talking about anything to do with
Listen,
that. I'm
the
asking the
killing-
brother a simple
No,
question.
you're talking about the
he
killing.
said that God's law is perfect and nobody on earth has ever implemented it correctly. So I'm saying to him, even this theoretical perfect law, let's find one aspect of it, which we've heard about. Is it okay and perfect in the law of a society to murder someone for leaving Islam? Is that something you think is perfectly true? And perfectly a good law?
Listen, yeah.
Just answer the question, guys. What you lot tap dancing now?
Who are you talking about tap dancing?
Bro, just answer that question. Answer it, innit?
Alright, listen.
Simple question.
Alright.
Answer it. Is that part of your magical
No,
Sharia?
listen, yeah.
Is that part of your
Like I
magical
was saying,
Sharia?
like I was saying, yeah.
Take
People.
it out of context. So that crime, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
It's called apostasy.
And you think that's a valid, magical, perfect law?
So the thing is, a lot of countries have that. So here in
And
this
so that
coun-
makes it perfect?
In this country, it's called treason. So
No,
it's a
no.
political law.
What
It
the hell
is.
are you
It is the
talking
same
about?
thing. It is the same thing.
Bro,
So a lot of people who left Islam.
Stop being silly. Man.
Why is that a silly?
Because
why
I
is
asked you a
that silly
direct
statement?
question. Is that part of a perfect law, as far as you're concerned, to murder someone for not believing in that religion?
No, it's not a perfect law.
Right. So then this Sharia he's talking about, you already disagree. And if I'm not wrong, my friend here will disagree.
Dude, if
You made up
someone
some
lives
magical
Islam,
list
look,
of
look,
rules.
is homosexuality allowed in Islam? No, it's not allowed.
Why not? Why not?
Listen,
Why not? What's the
oh,
problem?
let me get to my point. What's wrong dude, let me get to my point. This is what I'm saying. If you're a homosexual, but if you're in your house, if you know not doing public, not telling everybody, announcing, then that's between you and God. But if you come out there doing in public all this shameful act, then you're gonna be punished.
Why
So
should you
in
be
the
punished?
same
What have
way,
you done wrong?
listen, in the same
Tell me what you have done
what you've
wrong.
done wrong is you're being a man, you're going to a man, which is
what?
unnatural.
Wait a minute.
Even animals don't do
wait a
that.
minute.
Animals
If it's
don't even do
unnatural,
that.
Where does it come from?
Animals don't even do that.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't do that.
Every single species of mammal that we have studied exhibits homosexuality. Every single.
Okay, I'll take that back. But look, all right, I'll take that back. But listen.
1,500 species minimum.
And I'm going to listen to you.
Where?
Look it up. There's at least 1,500 they've identified with a small percentage of them.
Okay, that's surprising, but I didn't know that. I'll check that out. But if you look Islam, or if you're doing homosexuality or whatever, if you're doing that for your own self, nobody's gonna bother you.
Wait a minute.
But you don't have to come out there and
wait a minute. Why should you hide it? If that's your nature, that you are
Okay,
homosexual.
is that nature?
Of
So
course
you're
it's
talking about the
nature.
urge, right? Okay.
Not the urge. Not the urge.
So somebody
Not the
says,
urge.
okay, well, I'm attracted to that dude because I'm a man. If you have the urge to steal people, to do illegal stuff, are you gonna do it? You want to do it, but it's wrong.
You just shut up and let me answer.
That's what it is. You
It's not
shut up.
the
I've been
urge.
talking the whole
It's
time. You
not
don't
the
understand.
urge. Yeah, it's your nature to find
There's no
certain people
nature. That's
attractive.
bullshit,
Okay,
man.
can
That's
I
not
ask you
You
nature.
don't have any education. That's
no-
not my
that's-
fault.
that's
Can I
not
ask you
nature.
something?
That's
Can I
not
ask
no
you something,
nature.
brother? Yeah.
You don't
If someone
have
rapes
education. It's not my fault.
You don't
If an innocent
understand.
You don't have the
You have a very
education.
low
It's
IQ,
not my
brother.
fault.
You don't understand.
If an innocent person gets raped, what should you say? Should they be killed or put in prison or let go?
They should be punished for that.
They should be punished. What? How?
I don't think it's up to me to decide.
Do you know what they-
I haven't
Who's
got a-
up to? That's a good
Wait a
question.
minute.
Who's up
Who's
to?
it up
A
to?
group of human beings, the
decides
society of
for you?
people, would have to come to some
That's a good point. I'll tell you how his
You just
argument
listen.
is.
Yeah? A group of human beings would have to come to some understanding to decide why it happened, how bad it is, what the effects were,
Ultimately, who is it?
and what the punishment should be based on that.
Ultimately, who is
What's the
it, brother?
punishment?
No, hear me out.
There is no ultimately. There
Is
is
it the
no
king, the
ultimately.
queen? Who decides the
There
law?
is no ultimately.
Are you saying
Guys, no.
This is why you have no guidance.
Is it a
This
machine?
is why you
Wait,
have no
hear me out.
guidance.
It will change.
up to? Who's
It
it
will
up to?
change from
you
time to time, from society to society, from person to person.
So it's
But I'm
subjective.
There
saying
is
this
no
country,
absolute
hear me
about
out,
it.
hear me out. This country, if an innocent person's been raped, who should decide what the punishment should be?
Well, in
That's
this
the
country,
simple- yeah.
the law and the courts do, don't they?
Is that correct?
And so there's
In this country, that's what happens, isn't
Is
it?
that correct? You accept that system?
I have to accept that
No,
system.
you didn't have to.
Yes,
You-
I do. If I want to live here, then I have to live by the system.
Yeah, if you're living in a Muslim country, you have to live by that.
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
hear
you.
me out, hear 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 me out. Wait, calm down. Calm down.
they're gonna chase
Calm
you.
down. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Hear me out, hear me out. Gary, we don't want to.
time. They keep going through respect.
Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Do you know what Islam says about rape then? What does this country say about rape, by the way?
What are you talking
No,
about?
what does this country...
You tell me, what are you talking
Well,
about?
do you know what he says? It's obviously
What, the definition of
imprisonment.
rape?
Yeah, if someone's been
If you
raped,
force someone into a sexual act that they don't
Yeah.
want to do,
yes, that it's been raped, what's the
Right.
punishment?
it would depend on exactly the exact situation.
Yeah.
It would depend on the exact situation.
There is no situation.
No,
Which is
what I'm
reasonable.
asking you, is it capital punishment? Or what
Bro,
is it? What is
Bro,
it?
there could be,
There's no, so it's imprisonment.
Yes.
If innocent person's been
Bro,
raped,
the
hear me out.
definition. Shut up a second. Yeah, the definition of rape ranges.
Don't tell me-
Ranges.
Be respectful,
The
be
definition
respectful.
of rape ranges from somebody being drunk and not being in their senses enough to consent, all the way to grabbing someone, dragging them, and beating them to death, holding them for weeks, and raping them again and again. So you tell me there should be one punishment for both acts.
Answer, what we're trying to get at.
Hear me out, hear me out.
I know what you're trying to get at.
What we're trying to get at is you against the Sharia, yeah? You're
What?
good.
I'm
Listen,
just
Ansar.
talking what?
Ansar.
So what did you say about homosexuals
Yeah, but
again?
Ansar, quickly, forget that, yeah?
Say that again.
Forget that.
You don't want to
Concentrate.
talk about it, bro.
Ansar, look, yeah?
Answer, brother, be respectful, brother.
We choose a topic and stick to it.
Alright, let me speak, yeah? Ansar, you're against the Sharia, yeah? Correct, you're against the Sharia.
I asked him what it was, he wouldn't even tell me one
you don't
aspect
know what
of
it is?
it.
You don't know what
I
it is?
had to tell him that it's part of the Sharia to kill apostates, but he wouldn't even admit that himself.
Alright,
So what are you talking about? When you say Sharia, define define it.
No. When we have discussion, okay, you have to have a stance, okay, for me to refute, and I have to have a stance for you to refute, right? That's right.
So what's your point?
So what is your perfect system?
I don't have a perfect system.
So finish. Get off.
Okay, so because you go with some primitive man-made rapist system that is better than mine admitting.
What did you say? Say that again?
No, that's better than me admitting that we don't have a perfect system. Yeah, you going on with that stuff.
What's the solution then?
My solution is that human beings need to come to an understanding about minimizing the pain and suffering of living creatures and maximizing the pleasure and happiness.
How do we go about doing that?
We can go about doing that by discussing, debating, and looking at the facts and the evidence of the situation we're in.
Where's the guidance in your life? Ansar, where's the guidance in your life? Where's the
What are you talking about, bro?
You're just speaking, like, you know what I'm saying? We have objective truth to look at, which is the Quran and
How do you know it's objective?
Yes, how do you know that's objective?
See how it's objective.
Besides that, coming back to the
No, you made the claim. How do you know that's
It's objective truth, the Quran.
How do you know that?
What do you mean how do I know? It's from Allah. Can you,
That doesn't make objective.
I don't think Allah exists.
There's three people
Yes,
who
that's just
don't
your
believe
claim.
it.
That's just your claim.
look here, the Quran is self-explained.
Really
No, it's not.
Quran, like, for example, let's say, give an example, yeah?
The Bhagavad Gita is very self-explanatory. It explains why it exists in a very
Okay,
in a very
I answered the question.
good way.
You're right, I didn't answer the question properly, yeah?
Not at all, no.
You know, with science or even the Quran, yeah? Even the
Nah.
Bible, let me finish it. Even the Bible,
Yeah.
it has things called falsification tests, yeah?
No, it doesn't. Because
do you
the
mean no, it
definition of a falsification
Yeah, go on.
test
Yes, ma'am.
is that you come up with a hypothesis, you think of an experiment to disprove that hypothesis. That's the scientific definition of falsification. The Quran, if you say, oh, bring a verse like it, and that will falsify it, that's bollocks. Because that is a subjective way of reading
You haven't
literature.
even heard what I said.
Bro,
You haven't
don't
heard
give me
what I
this
said.
nonsense.
You haven't
Don't
heard
use
what I
words like falsification when you're talking about subjective interpretation of literature. Falsification is a scientific principle and it's well defined.
Listen, yeah, falsification.
Alright.
What I mean by falsification, you just.
Don't use that word
Okay,
in that
let
way.
me
You're
explain what I'm
misusing
saying.
the word.
Falsification test of the Quran is 2, yeah? And you just mentioned one of them, yeah?
And it's not a
One
proper
is-
falsification
one
test.
is-
Because if it was, you would have a criteria with which you can tell us
There's no
we can
criteria.
disprove it in
Are
the
you gonna
physical
listen-
world.
are you gonna have
If it's
a-
based on,
it's a monologue or a
if it's
dialogue?
based on
Is this a monologue or a
interpretation,
dialogue?
that's
Is
literature.
this a monologue or a dialogue?
Bro, I already know
Are
your
you gonna
point.
listen or not?
I already know your
Are
point.
you gonna listen or not?
He don't
If you don't listen,
He don't want to
then-
listen. He don't want to listen.
Your magical truth.
He wants
Speak,
to
go on,
talk.
speak
He
it.
wants to
You
talk.
understand? Like I was saying, if you wanna disagree with the falsification test, then that's fine. That's up to you.
Go on.
But
What
I'm
is
saying to you, there's falsification tests behind how we can identify whether the Quran's from Allah or not.
Yeah.
The best way is to read it yourself.
I've
Yeah,
read it
we've
myself.
done
You understand?
I've read it myself.
You read the whole Quran.
Yes.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Okay, so what did you find?
Bit boring
Well,
and
I
repetitive.
thought it was a
Go on,
very
continue.
boring.
Okay, continue.
Repetitive.
I didn't think it was very good literature.
Okay, so
I
give me an
didn't think
example.
anything
Give me an example.
inspiring.
Then.
What?
Bro, don't let him
Just on
change the
top of
subject.
my head.
Don't let him
I'm
change the
not going
subject.
to.
Don't let him change
You're
the
not going
subject.
to,
bro.
okay.
Carry on with your falsification point.
Okay, so the first way is to read it yourself, yeah. That's why may Allah
Just tell me what your
guide you,
falsification criteria is, bro.
First
And I'll tell you why it's not a
test,
true
you
falsification.
said already. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says
Yeah.
that in Surah Nisa, verse 82, Allah
Yeah.
says
Bro, we know you memorize the
that
verses.
don't they contemplate over the Quran? Yeah, don't the people in
what?
don't they
How's
contemplate
that
over the Quran?
falsification?
Listen,
Bro,
yeah.
what are you
Let me
talking
You
finish.
ask the question and you answer it.
Let me finish.
Right, let him
Bro,
answer it. Let him answer it.
Bro,
fam.
I
Don't
told
they-
you before,
don't
when
they-
you say a
Are you gonna interrupt me
falsification
again?
criteria, we're
Do
not
you know how
talking
to have a
about
dialogue?
different ways of
Do
interpreting
you know how to have a
literature.
dialogue? Yeah. Allah says, don't they contemplate over the Quran? Don't they reflect over the Quran? Had that been from someone else other than Allah,
Well, yeah. There would
You
have
would
been
have
a
found it.
mistake in it. Blah, 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 blah.
Many contradictions, yeah?
This is a
Allah says-
subjective test. This is like me
How is
saying.
it subjective test?
I'll tell you. This is like me saying.
Let me
look
give
at
you
my
the
baby.
camera
No,
and
no,
it was
I'm going to
okay.
tell you.
I'll give you. I'll tell you why it's not.
No.
I'll tell you why it's not
how
subjective. Yeah?
I'm going to tell you how it's subjective.
Alright, go on.
Because
Are you okay, by the way? Are you fine?
why are you saying this?
No, you just. Are you okay? Yeah, you're
Yes,
fine. Yeah?
I'm
Alright.
perfectly
Alright,
okay.
listen to what you have to
Listen,
say.
yeah.
Perfectly okay.
Alright, okay, okay.
This is like me saying,
Yeah.
look at my baby.
Look at
This
your
is
baby.
the most beautiful child in the world.
Yep.
You bring me a more beautiful child and let me
Let
decide
me judge it. Yeah.
if this child is more beautiful.
The problem with-
Who would say,
Yeah.
no, your son is more beautiful than mine?
Okay.
No one would.
Okay, the problem with that analysis,
There
that
is no
scenario,
problem.
the problem with that scenario is analogy. Yes, Jacques, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay.
The problem with that analogy is that the person who has the baby is not claiming that this is, I'm a
I
prophet
have
or
just
I have the
claimed
truth.
Just
that.
say
I
you
have
know it
just
because Allah
claimed
told you.
that.
Just say
I
Allah
have
told
just
you.
claimed, I'm just claiming that I am the prophet of all babies, and I believe that this baby is the most beautiful baby in the world.
You bring a more beautiful baby than this. You bring it.
This is where I have to leave the discussion, because if you're going
That's
to go
right,
with this
because you
thinking,
have no answer.
It's the same thing.
We've
with
read the Quran.
it's the same for
one
education.
of the scholars, he said, I debated with an intelligent person and I won. I debated with a foolish person and I lost.
That's right.
And this
That's
is the
why
situation.
you think you're winning. You think
I'm
you're
losing,
winning.
I'm losing.
Can I ask you?
Thank you.
Back to
Walk
the law.
away.
Just a quick
Because
question.
I'm still here.
Quick question.
I will
Yeah,
walk away. Listen, the problem is this.
Yeah, go on.
The problem is this.
Yeah.
There's two problems. One, you think we haven't read this book, and you think you're going to come up with theories.
Are you sure
that
you've read it
don't-
though? Are you sure you've read the Quran?
Yes.
In English and Arabic, yeah?
It doesn't matter.
It does, it does.
Have you read
No,
the
it
Bhagavad
doesn't.
Gita in ancient Hindu?
My friend, are you?
No, it doesn't.
By the way, just I was trying to ask you something.
Have you read the Bible in Old Ancient Greek?
So it's like,
Have you read the New Testament?
no, I
in
just
Old
want to know.
Ancient
I'm not saying that it disputes
Oh,
your.
have you?
I'm just saying. Have you
Have
read it
you?
in Arabic and English? That's all.
Have you read it in Old Ancient
no.
Greek? So maybe it's true in Old Ancient Greek. How do you know you haven't read it in Greek? You've just admitted it. So maybe it's correct
So
in Greek.
what in Greek, sorry?
In the Bible, the New Testament. Have you read it in
Bible,
Greek?
where's the Bible
It
from?
doesn't matter. Have you read it in
So
Greek?
where's the Bible from?
Well, one second. It was written in Greek originally.
It's the Bible is a collection of books. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, all right, fine. You know what I mean. Don't be fallacious. Okay? Do you know what that word means? Now, listen. We've read the Quran.
I read the Quran, yeah.
Okay. No, we've read the Quran.
Oh, you've read the Quran, okay.
We've read it. Okay.
What did you find?
Analyzed it.
What's the first?
One
What's the
second,
first chapter of the Quran?
1 second. It's a prayer.
What's the first chapter?
It's a prayer.
What's the first line?
It's a prayer.
What's the first line?
Listen, only because I don't remember it doesn't mean I haven't read it.
No, respectfully, he's asking him.
Okay.
He's
Now, 1 second.
Because he's
1 second.
claiming he's read the
We've
Quran,
read it.
so we have a right to
Have you remembered what you read?
Any book you've read, and asked you the first chapter, would you have
What
Okay,
difference would
let me
that
give you an
make?
example, yeah?
What difference
Let me
would
give
that make?
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, yeah?
Have you read the Bible?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you
Have
why,
you read Charlie
yeah?
and the Chocolate Factory?
You give me a book to read, yeah?
Right, but if I did,
I said I've read it, but it's rubbish. I said, okay.
Why would I
Tell me,
remember
let me
something
listen,
that
yeah?
makes
Yeah, but I say, you tell me, okay, so give me some example from the book that you found rubbish. And I said, I don't know. I forgot it.
Okay, whatever. The problem
know what I'm
is,
saying?
I don't do that. What you're going to say is this.
Yeah.
You didn't understand it. It's different in Arabic. Let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that. I could give you surahs and ayahs. That one said, I think these are ridiculous. I think this is nonsense.
So give me an example.
I'm not going to. I don't want to.
But this is
I've been
how we have
coming here
discussion.
too long.
This is how we have discussion, because if you're not going to give me
Okay,
an example,
I will give you one.
Please,
I will give you one,
please,
but
yeah.
I don't want you to try to explain it.
Okay,
All
please
you
do.
have to do is say, okay.
No, that's not how we have discussion.
No,
We
I
have
don't
to
know
talk
what
about.
you're doing.
No,
You want to
listen, all
explain
of
it
it
to me.
contained
I
it.
don't want to
It's
explain
not about me
it.
explaining. It's not about me. You know the Quran.
I don't want to
You can't just give
explain
your
it.
understanding of the Quran.
What makes you think that?
I just say, oh, I've read it.
Because that's what, okay. What you're doing here, you're imposing something. What you're saying is, because if I turn up here next week, can I say this to you? I've done this. I put this to a test. Okay, if I come here and I say, I don't believe this surah, this is why I can't be a Muslim. If I come down and you go, oh, you don't understand it. I've done this here. I came back a month later with the same surah, same ayah. I said, I'm considering being a Muslim because of this. They went, good, that's really good. They didn't say no because you don't understand
What
that.
surah? What surah is this?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
he's
Okay.
showing your tactics.
So when you asked
It
about it,
doesn't
everything
matter.
doesn't matter.
We don't need to have a discussion. We need to give and take. You know, you
But
can't just
wait,
like,
you're not,
to make love to your wife. You need to like, you know.
What is the point I've just made?
The point you just made is subhanallah. I even gone
You
to
don't
my
get
head.
it, is
I
it?
don't
You
get
don't
it.
even
Quick
get it.
question,
You
can I
don't
ask
even
you
get the
something?
Yeah, ask me
point.
something.
Are you fluent in Arabic?
I'm not fluent in Arabic. I'm learning.
Are you quite knowledgeable of the Quran?
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
willing
not a
to come
scholar.
online and have a discussion?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm willing
Okay,
to.
I will take, because you're the first Muslim in Speaker's Corner who's agreed to that.
Yeah.
I've got a show next Friday at 8 p.m. UK time. I've got a non-Muslim who claims to be an expert in the Quran,
Okay, I'm good.
who doesn't think the Quran is true.
Okay.
I would love you to come on and show us why
When
you
is
think
this?
it is.
When is this?
8
This Friday.
p.m. This Friday coming, yeah.
This Friday coming.
25th. Are you available?
Thing is, I'm working.
8 p.m. in the evening?
Yeah. Unless you make it in the morning or something.
No, I can't. I mean, it's already booked, and we always do the show at 8 p.m. on a.
Unless he comes
Friday.
down, tends to come down to Speaker's Corner.
He's in the US.
He's in the US.
Think of someone else that you could maybe.
Yeah, I think of someone else. Yeah. He spoke to Mohammed Hijab. He spoke to
Is
Mohammed
he still
Hijab.
here? I tried to. He said he'd give me his number, but he's just.
Yeah, bring Mansoor in.
Mansoor.
They never
No, I
call
asked
Mansoor,
he
yeah.
didn't want to.
They're all a bit.
Bring
I
Mansoor in.
asked
No, he's not
Mansoor,
scared.
Adnan, other people, they don't want to do it online.
No problem. I'll try and make time. I'll ask my work if I can make time. I'd love to do that. Alhamdulillah.
Yes,
I'd love to do
this
it at
man
least.
claims to be expert, and if you-
Even me myself. I'm not claiming to have all the knowledge, but
fine.
one of the scholars said that half of knowledge is to say I don't know. So we're not arrogant.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Take care, guys. I'm gonna go.
When we say we don't know, we're being
Okay, this brother has a question for me. Let's have that.
Someone who rapes your loved one, like your mother or your daughter, either of them, your loved one we're talking about.
Yeah.
What do you think a fair punishment should be? Imprisonment? Hear me out. These are a fair punishment.
Oh, I understand the point.
Hear me out.
The answer is, it depends on the situation.
I haven't even asked the question.
Yes, you have asked the question.
I was about to. Can you let me?
Yeah, just tell him. Tell him what he wants.
Your loved one, your mother, in this case, yeah, or your sister.
25 years in prison.
25 years in prison.
Yeah. What would be a fair punishment? Either imprisonment,
Feed him pork and
capital
alcohol.
punishment. What should be? For the
25 years?
25 years. And do you think that's justified?
Well, I think that it does make some grounds in rectifying the situation. How can I know whether it's truly a magical, perfect balance?
Okay, so after
So what would you
25
say is the best way to deal with that situation?
Fair enough, fair enough. They done a research on this on most people, and this is a survey you can look into yourself. And they asked most people if your loved one.
Most people, the
research,
majority of human beings.
Some. I'm not saying most people. They done a research.
There's 7 billion human beings. How did they research with most people?
Forget
So what
I
are you trying to
said.
say?
They done a research on this. Yeah?
On how many people?
They asked certain people.
They asked it- okay, so some people asked a few other people.
Yes. Whether and if their loved one has been raped, whether they will have a imprisonment or imprisonment. Most people actually chose that they either that person should be killed to death. This is the raper.
When you say most people, you mean that small group of people that we
I've
originally
been
talked
asked.
about?
I've been asked the question.
Right.
Or they were going to either go and torture as well.
Okay.
So most people actually went for torture as well as
So what's your point?
killing the person.
So what's your
what
point?
I'm saying is when you were comparing before the Quran and the man-made law, the Sharia law, the Quran says as even though you were saying, oh, why is someone who went out of Islam should be killed, the Quran says also someone who claimer and rapist should be also killed.
So you think the two things are the same?
No,
Raping someone and leaving Islam?
I'm not
What are
saying
you trying
this
to
is-
say? What are you
I'm
trying
not
to
saying.
say? Are
I'm
you
not saying.
drunk?
No,
How much have you drunk today?
I'm not drunk. I'm not far
Bro,
from
so
drunk.
what are you
no,
saying
but you
to me?
insulted me. No, you accused me of. I'm not saying I'm drunk.
Bro, you just told me that the
punishment.
punishment for raping someone and the punishment for leaving someone, according to your magical perfect Sharia, is the bloody same. That's disgusting.
Did I say that?
Yes.
You just
Have I
did.
said that?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. We heard you.
No,
Bro,
you
you
haven't.
just told me
I
that.
haven't.
The
What I'm
punishment
saying
is the
to
same
you-
for both
what I'm saying
crimes.
to you, the Quran says a lot of things.
Bro, how do you expect me to respect some moral system that will murder you for raping someone
So do
and
you-
murder
do
you for
agree-
leaving the religion?
Would
For
you
a
agree
difference of
if
opinion.
someone raped your mother and someone, the judge says they should be killed? Do you agree to that?
Agree to what?
Would you agree to if someone raped
my
your
mother,
mother?
yeah, and he should
the
get
judge
25,
and
gave
no
him
no
25 years in prison.
and the judge said they should be killed. Do you agree to that?
Bro, what are you asking me? I'm not in a position to make that choice.
Are you saying that raping someone's mother is the
couldn't
same as
answer
leaving
it.
Islam?
I don't think he knows what he's saying because
You're saying they're saying raping someone's mother is the same as leaving Islam. Another. What would you mean?
They're two different things. I never said that. He was implying that. I never said that. But what would you say if someone raped your mother? Do you think they deserve to be killed? That's what I asked.
Okay, do you know why they say justice is blind? Do you know why they say that? Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've asked him.
No.
The question. No. Let's stick to the question.
No,
the
no.
question I asked him was, if someone raped your mother, what would be a fair punishment?
Okay, so
And
I would say
unfortunately,
imprisonment.
he couldn't answer it.
No, it wasn't. I'll say 25 years. There we go. 25 years. Ask me.
25
Do you know
years.
why I'm not the person to judge that? Do you know why I would not judge the person who murdered? Why do you think society does not let individuals who are the victims judge the oppressors?
Well,
why?
this is where we differ. This is where we differ.
I'm asking you a question. Why do you think that it's individuals who do not make the judgment call and it's
That's what I'm
judges?
saying. This is where we differ, unfortunately. This is where we differ. We say something like rape, murder, and someone leaving
Apostasy.
Islam, apostasy, all of these things.
Yeah.
And we believe all of these things should be down to the Creator.
Which says what?
And
Death.
in that case, if he says death, so be it then.
And you want us to accept that in the West?
No, not in the West. Unfortunately, the
So
West
why don't you go
doesn't
around
say-
killing
no,
all
but hear me
non-Muslims
out. The
or
West,
ex-Muslims?
no.
Because you just admitted that the Creator is the one to decide, and we should do what the Creator has ordained. So he's told you to kill people that leave Islam. So why don't
Is
you?
this what you should
But
am I saying this should imply in this country? No. I'm
So,
saying in this country.
so this magical Sharia law that your magical God invented only applies in Islamic countries and has no relevance here.
Islam tells you the same thing. Islam tells you
Right,
you
so-
should live by the law of the country.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask you a question personally. Do you think it's
You see-
right? Do you think it's a good thing for rapists and apostates to be killed? You personally, as a Muslim.
Me personally,
Yes,
as a
you
Muslim,
personally.
then obviously if this applies in the Islamic world, this is
I'm
what
asking you.
in this country.
I'm asking you personally, not the country. Do you think, as a human being, that is a good thing? That's my question to you, regardless of the country you're in.
Regardless of what country
Yes.
I'm in.
What do you do?
Even in Pakistan or Saudi
Wherever,
Arabia.
it doesn't matter.
No,
I
no.
want your personal
To
view.
me, to me, I believe in whatever the Creator says.
So you
I'm
still.
not sure if it should be applied in here because it's obviously a different law. But I believe
So
what the Creator
are you
says because I'm
saying?
a
Are you
believer.
saying then that the law in Saudi Arabia, which is to kill someone for leaving Islam, is a good law?
And the law, if they applied perfectly, the
So it is a good law.
To me, if the Sharia law is
Yeah, but that aspect of the Sharia law.
Hear me out. Unfortunately, what Saudi Arabia do today is they don't apply the Sharia law 100%.
Do they apply that part of it?
What, the rape?
No, to killing
Do
apostates.
they apply the rape?
No, bro.
Do you know if they apply the rape
Bro,
in
stop
Sharia
jumping
law?
around.
Unfortunately,
We are asking you-
But you're jumping around as well. You couldn't answer it.
This is not worth
We
it.
leave it as that.
You don't. You've admitted that you think
I haven't
ex-Muslims
admit-
should be killed,
No, I
but you
haven't.
but you just
Unfortunately,
you're not brave enough.
I
You're not
did
brave
not
enough.
admit that, my friend. And even if you
Is-
left Islam, I didn't admit that, and I never said that. He's making his own statement. You're making your own
Bro,
statement.
honestly, how much have you drunk today?
I haven't drunk. You're the one who sounds like you're drunk. I never drunk in my
You're
life.
really slurring your words.
Alhamdulillah.
You're slurring. You smoked a lot. You're really slurring your
You're
words.
desperate now. He's desperate.
No, but the problem that we have with
No, but hear me out. Now he's becoming personal. He's desperate.
No, I'm just asking
You're
because,
desperate, brother.
I think that. You know what I mean?
I think what he wants, Gary, is respectfully, Rob, is it? Sorry, Rob. I think respectfully what he wants, brother, is people to say, you should be putting him to death. You want people to say that, and people are not saying that.
actually, we don't want people to say that, but
But
people
I
do say
think
it.
that's what he wants me to say.
Yeah, but I'd only
You
want
keep
that.
On, you keep
I'd
on
only want
accusing
that.
me.
I'd only want you
keep
to
on
say that.
accusing me,
Bro.
saying you said this, you said.
I would only want you to say that if you believe that that's what God wants.
Yeah.
No, but clearly, if this is what it says in the Quran, and he tells you you should implement it in certain places and so on,
so-
and you're
so-
taking out.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I think never should an apostate be killed under any circumstances. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm making a very specific claim. I claim that an apostate should
This is your belief,
never
so
be
I
claimed.
can't tell you you're wrong or right.
So you think
have the
they
right
should
to
be
believe
killed
that.
sometimes?
According to Islam, am I right or wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. I need to look into that.
Okay, but you're a Muslim and you're claiming that you follow the word of God, and now I'm asking you specifically. And
No, but then
you
hear
don't
me
know.
out, hear me out. If I don't know the law of Allah and I'm limited in my knowledge, I can't make that statement. So if I don't want to give you, it's like you asking me for advice, and I'm not knowledgeable in the advice that I'm going to give you.
So you don't know what, you don't even know what Sharia is.
I know very little, but there's a lot there.
Yeah, so what kind of Muslim are you? I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with saying I don't know.
You can
and
see
I'm
why
led.
we in the West and ex-Muslims are very concerned with some Muslims, not all, some Muslims and the belief systems. Because they come here or they want to say that some things are superior to here and we don't agree. And we think we've got good reasons not to agree. And then some people come here and say, no, it's okay under certain circumstances for Muslims to be executed. Because they go out, the German says, they go out.
The world we live in today, every country has its own law. Okay? This country, something that might be a capital punishment in my country, in here is a prison sentence. Respectfully,
What we are debating is which one is
I need
better.
to ask
Not
you
just that different countries.
no,
Everybody.
But in their eyes, in the eyes of those countries,
Yes.
to them it sounds to them all right. In your eyes over here, it sounds it differs. It's subjective.
I agree it differs, but do you think that there's a way that we can establish if one is better than the other? Or do
How
you?
can you establish it? How can you establish it?
I ask you, do you think we can, in principle, establish?
How would you establish it? How would you establish one universal law for everyone? This is what I'm trying to say to you. How do you
So
establish
do you think that everybody has different laws
Because
and
I'm
that's
from
all okay?
Somalia, we would never accept the laws that this country has set out. Respectfully,
You wouldn't accept the laws.
they wouldn't. I'm saying to you, in their eyes, if you set up a law in here, for instance,
In this country.
in this country or two other countries, whoever decides it, respectfully, every human being, most human beings differ, and we wouldn't accept it.
You wouldn't accept what?
What I'm saying to you,
Give me an example. Give me an example. What wouldn't Somalis accept?
homosexuality. There you go.
Why not?
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what. How do you, as a human being, how do you come to universal law?
Okay, because we talked about it already. But
how would you come to it?
Respect the beliefs of other people in the following sense. When I say beliefs, what I mean is for homosexuals, that's a natural act for a small percentage of the population.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then there should be nothing wrong with them doing what they're doing. What about that?
Here we go.
No, but
Here we go.
Incest.
Here we
No,
go.
we're
You want to talk about
I'm
incest?
asking him, how would you establish
go.
a universal law for everyone? Morality. There's so many things.
They're not harming nobody.
What about incest, Ali? The fact that the Quran allows first cousin incest, is that okay?
No. Who
That's
said
oh,
incest? Who defined that
oh,
incest
that's
first
incest.
cousin?
Yes,
Who said
that's
first cousin
incest.
incest?
Yes, it is.
So who are you to
defined it? Who
so
defined
who are
it?
you to define it?
Who defined it?
No, but
Okay,
Rob,
okay.
respect.
Brother and
No,
sister.
let's not
Brother
have
and
a
sister,
shot in
we all
that.
disagree.
Rob,
No,
let's have
Hang on.
We'll have a big smile for
I
the
don't
camera.
think it's immoral.
It doesn't affect
I
me.
think it's repellent.
It doesn't affect me.
Why?
I think
Why?
it's repellent.
Why? They're not harming nobody.
Yeah,
But I
so
didn't
won't
say
stop
it was
them.
immoral.
So I wouldn't stop them.
No, what's wrong with that?
See, Rob,
I
you
wouldn't
see
stop
where
them.
we
Bro,
human
Ali,
beings will never agree with
Ali,
is few
Ali,
things.
I wouldn't
Who
say
makes the law?
Two adults
what
decide
law
to
we
do
make,
that. Who are you to stop them?
and how we should
How
follow
does it
it.
affect you in any way?
These are the three things human beings will never agree with.
That's your opinion.
Bro, how can a dog consent?
What about
How can a
dog?
dog
type of
consent?
dog?
Any.
No, how can a dog consent? How can a dog consent?
Some dogs are quite hot.
There you go. There you go.
You're dangerous because a lot of dogs
How
say
am I
wolf.
dangerous?
A lot of dogs say wolf.
I know a lot of them are consenting then. So the thing is,
But that's your judgment.
No. Maybe the doggy, maybe he'll enjoy it.
I'm not saying maybe.
Where do
I'm
you
not
stop?
saying maybe.
Where do you stop?
I'm not saying.
Cat,
I'll tell you where you
bird,
stop. I'll tell you where you
The bird
stop.
will probably die out
Yeah, but
there.
you can't get bird.
I'll tell you.
Grab the bird.
I'll tell you where you stop.
No.
When two consenting adults choose to do something together that doesn't harm anyone else, that's where you stop.
Then there will be a yard.
You stop when two adults.
Two consenting and rational adults make a decision to do something together. It's none of nobody else's business.
A mother and his son can.
Bro, what business is it of yours?
No, I'm asking you. Forget me. I'm
Bro,
asking you.
I don't have a problem with it. Yeah? I'm not going to do it.
No more
I'm not going to
comment.
do
No
it.
comment.
I'm not going to do
I have
it.
the right to remain silent. Anything I say will be used against me.
Fine.
Never exercised
But
there
did you tell me?
before.
Did you tell me what's wrong with it? Bro, did you tell me what's wrong with it?
You've never exercised there before.
Did you tell me what's wrong with it? Tell me why you should get involved. Tell me why you should get involved in two adults' business.
Like I said,
Tell me why.
I have the right to remain silent.
You can then,
That's what I'm
innit?
gonna say.
You can then, innit?
But you brought it up. You brought it up.
You don't have the right to make judgments about other people if two consenting and rational adults choose to
You know
do
one man
something.
married the
That's
piano.
their business.
You know that? One man married the piano.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Mozart.
What's wrong with that?
At least that the piano won't feel anything.
So when two adults decide to do something together, how's that any different? They're not feeling anything they don't want to feel.
Your morality. What is your morality?
What has that got to do with morality?
It does. Where do you
My
stop?
morality starts from
Hitler killed
bro,
Jews.
bro.
Yeah, it was okay back then. It's calm. Everybody was okay.
Alright, Ali, you asked me. You asked me.
How was that okay? They went to war to stop him.
No. How could you say it's wrong?
You asked me.
Based on morality.
You asked me.
Based
you
on
asked
morality.
me.
Where's
Where's my morality?
Yes.
I'll tell you. My morality starts from trying to minimize the pain and suffering of
your
living.
subjective
Bro, just
thinking.
shut up a second.
No,
You
no,
asked
I'm
me
not
my
shutting up,
morality.
fam. You got your man to come shut up, bro.
Alright,
Are you coming?
so you want to hear my
Shut up.
morality? So you want to hear my morality or not?
He's disrespecting me.
Do you want to hear my morality or
Cross
not?
the line.
Shut up, man. Bro, do you want to hear it or
No,
not?
I'm not. You just rude to me.
Shut up,
You've
man.
done
You're
it
only
before.
joking.
No, you swore at me last time.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway.
No, you know it's all good, bro. Yeah? You asked me what my morality is, and I'm telling you, my morality starts from minimizing the pain and suffering of living creatures and maximizing the pleasure and comfort of living creatures. That's where my morality starts from. And what two consenting rational adults do has got nothing to do with that.
Okay, so for example, if Bush says, I'm going to go to Iraq, kill 1 million people.
Right, has that got anything to do with human suffering or not?
It does. Killing people. If Bush goes to Iraq and kills millions of people, Muslims,
he's harmed.
And he says, collateral damage.
Yeah, and he's a cunt, isn't it? He's a cunt for doing that.
1 second. No, but to improve the life of the Western people. So he comes and says, you know what? Yes, some people died, collateral damage. However, look at the bright future.
I didn't say nothing.
Oil.
I didn't.
No,
Ali, I didn't say any of those things. I said my morality starts from trying to minimize the pain and suffering of living creatures.
And increase?
I didn't, and increase the pleasure and comfort
Good.
of all living creatures.
Good.
If that comes out as some sort of trade cost for, you can kill 100 people to save 1,000 people, that's a much different issue.
No, it's not. It's a right issue because you're saying minimize the loss, increase the gain. So that means somebody can come and say, we're going to kill these people's collateral damage. This is what they come and say to us today. Bomb them, some people are going to die, collateral damage. So that means you have no morality.
I hear your point, and I will answer it, yeah? I will still disagree with somebody who says you can kill 100 people to make 1,000 people's lives better because the death of 100 people is more pain and suffering than making 1,000 people have a bit better ice cream.
Why not? Based on what?
Based on the pain and suffering of someone dying is much worse than someone living a slightly better lifestyle.
No, excuse me.
So that's still consistent.
Your law, morality, minimize the loss, increase the gain.
Right. So when you kill people, that's a very, very big trade-off to making a few more people's lives slightly better.
You have no morality. What you're coming
I'm okay with that.
You have no morality.
What are you talking about?
I'm okay with that.
You have no morality. You're coming with stuff like, for example, incest. This is okay, you can do this here.
No one said that.
No. Listen. When you have this atheistic worldview, you don't blame Stalin or Mao Zedong or these people killing people. You know why? Because they have no
I blame them. I blame them.
No, because according to your worldview, they are particles of atom. They have no value. If you kill them, it's a rearrangement of atoms. Boom, kill somebody, yeah? It's all right, we evolve for monkeys, the survival of the fittest, fam. One second. Survival of the fittest, rearrangement of atoms, the worms will have a buffet, yeah? So it's calm. To your worldview, you have no morality.
Okay, can I answer that?
And I'm not saying atheists don't have morals, I'm saying to your worldview.
Right, so can I answer that then, yeah?
Please.
So basically,
Mr. Dawah,
Mr. Ali Dawah is saying to us that atheists can't have morals, yeah? Atheists can't have morals, yeah? Because we believe
not
that...
their worldview, not them.
Because, whatever. The atheist worldview can't have morals because we understand that the scientific facts of nature and the physical world are that we are all just atoms. Yeah, we know we are all just atoms.
So you have no value.
We are a combination.
You and my phone is the same,
bro. We are a combination of atoms that came from chemistry, that developed into biology, that's led to conscious creatures that comprehend morality. Yes? So just because we are ultimately just atoms, that doesn't mean we can't have morality.
No, you can't.
That's just ridiculous.
1 second. How could you have value on human life?
I have value in my human life.
How?
And I value his life, and I value your life. Why are you so sure I don't?
No. Because to your worldview, there is no value on human life.
Bro, it's not my worldview.
And by the way, I'll repeat it. Atheists, I know very long atheists.
Ali, you're a Muslim. Do you think you're made of atoms?
No,
are you made? All right. So the Muslim worldview can't have morality because he believes that we are just made of atoms.
No. I believe you have a
just because you add magic to it doesn't matter.
No magic.
Yes.
No magic.
Soul is magic.
No magic. No. We believe you have a soul.
Right. Where's your soul? Tell me where. Tell me where. Where's my soul?
Are you telling me that you can't see it? That's why you don't believe it?
No, but I'm saying to you, where is it?
What are you saying to me then?
Where is it, bro?
No, tell me. Why are you asking me that?
Because you said you have a soul. If I said if I said I had a leg, I'll say there's my leg.
Is it? Okay.
Where's my soul?
Where's your mind?
It's in my brain.
Show me. I don't believe
this guy. This guy.
I'm using the same argument.
Right. So
you don't have show me your mind. Or I don't believe you have a mind.
Well, I have a mind.
No, you don't.
I assume I have a mind. I know I have a brain, and a mind is a product of the brain.
That's circular. I know. What's the argument? I told you I know. No, you need to show me why you have a mind.
Isn't that what religion does?
No, not really. That's what atheism does.
Instead of that, you started off with a soul, yeah?
Where's your mind?
Bro, with the soul.
No, the mind.
The mind is established as a part.
Where?
It's a product, a byproduct of the brain.
Evidence?
Because anywhere their mind exists, there is always a brain there first.
Who said that?
Well, that's the understanding of it.
Look, right now I'm gonna daydream, yeah? What am I seeing? What am I seeing? I'm telling you. Yeah? I can't tell you guys what I'm seeing, by the way. It's quite
Yeah, because you're a dirty bugger. That's right.
Hey, my wife might be watching this guy. Ain't nothing like that, yeah? I'm thinking of something, and I'm in this park, and strawberries are flying all over the place, and mangoes, yeah, because I'm on a diet. Okay, no more chicken. I've watched that experiment, What the Health, yeah? After that, no more meat.
Yeah.
Now,
is it respect, bro? Respect.
No. What I'm saying is, you can't prove to me you have a mind.
Well,
you can't. So then you can never come to me and say, hey, does God exist? Your soul or this, that. You're shooting yourself in the face.
Okay.
Or the leg.
Okay, so I can't prove to you that we have a mind. So are you saying that there's a chance that you don't have a mind?
No, you're missing the point. I'm using your world view.
Are you catching this, yeah?
I believe
Bro,
in this.
Ali, do you have a mind or not?
Yes.
Okay. Prove it to me.
No, but you're missing the point. I believe that. Why?
Ali, we're laughing at you.
No, you should laugh at yourself. The only reason somebody laughs is because they don't understand something, and just because they understand, they think the other guy's stupid. But they don't understand that it's your limited understanding, which you should be laughing at yourself. Why? I believe I have a mind.
So I believe I have a mind.
No, you are living a materialistic. You're living in a materialistic realm. You're saying fam, observe, touch,
okay,
feel.
do we agree that the materialistic world exists?
1 second.
Does it exist?
Yeah, we know
so
that.
what else exists outside of
that?
And how do you know that?
That's what I'm saying.
And how do you know that?
You're saying we observe the feel, taste, touch,
I didn't say that. I didn't say none of that.
How does science work?
Bro,
how do you,
what is your point? What are you jumping around for? You told me you have a soul. So I said, where is it? And now you've gone through like 3 other topics.
I'll repeat it again. To your worldview, everything is touch, feel, I see, sound. I don't see, it don't exist.
No, no, that's bollocks, mate. Can you see oxygen? Can you see the air between us?
No, okay.
Yeah, but do we know it exists?
Okay, good. Yes.
Because we have other ways of testing it and checking it.
Okay, but anything that you cannot test.
No, bro, if you cannot test it by definition, then it doesn't matter if it exists or not.
No.
Because there's no way that it can communicate or affect reality.
Okay, if there's something that you can't test, does it exist or not?
There's no way you can know that. Because if it doesn't have any way of being testable by the physical world, then it also doesn't have any way of interfering with the physical world. Wrong. Otherwise, it would be testable.
Wrong.
So it is testable then. So it is testable. So it is testable.
Because dark matter.
So how's that not testable, you joker? We can see the effects of dark matter on the galaxies themselves.
Seeing the effects and seeing it yourself. You said something that
so
is not
dark
testable.
matter is a logical inference about its effects. We cannot say for sure what is there, but because of the effects it has on galaxies, it proves there is mass. There is mass there to affect the universe and the galaxies in the way it does. Is there such a thing for your magical dimension?
1 second.
Tell me.
Can you see dark matter?
No.
Can you observe dark matter?
No.
Can you feel dark matter?
No.
Can you taste dark matter?
No.
Dark matter doesn't exist.
Right, but you can infer its existence because of the fact...
Double standards.
Alright, but then I'm not saying dark matter definitely exists. I'm saying that I think dark matter exists because if it doesn't exist, you would need another explanation for the expansion of the galaxies and the universe. Now, because that is based on gravity, gravity is a fundamental law of the world, for things to be moving in those directions and the way they have been observed to, there must be something out there which is a huge amount of mass to direct that expansion. Now, I can't say for sure, what it is. I don't know, but that's the explanation they have.
Can you repeat that last word, yeah? There has to be something that has an influence.
No, something that has mass. There must be something of mass.
Yeah.
Which is directing that.
So he's looking at the byproduct and seeing, even though we can't observe, taste, smell, see it, but something is influencing it. Fam, same thing we are saying.
Because of the...
1 second. A high intelligence, yeah? We believe there's high intelligence. Why? We can look at the byproduct, like you said, dark matter. 1 second. Can we see the creator? No. Can we taste him? No. Can we observe him? No. Can we hear him? No. But same conditions. Look at the double standards. Same conditions. He accepts dark matter. With our conditions, no God.
Okay, the logical inference you make with dark matter is based on the acceptance of gravity as one of the 4 fundamental forces of the universe at that level of maths and physics, yeah? Because we know gravity is a reliable fundamental law of physics, therefore we can logically infer that the mass outside of where we can detect is pulling and directing the galaxy. I still don't say it's 100% what it is because I don't know, and I've never heard any scientist define it any better than it's dark because we can't see light coming from it, and it must have matter because it has mass, yeah? These are pretty tentative definitions. Now, how do you compare that with a completely magical dimension.
Not magical at all.
How on what laws of physics do you logically infer the existence of God or the existence of a soul?
To me, the biggest magic trick. You know what's funny? The atheists come and say to us, "You guys are jokes."
Why are you changing the subject?
I'm sticking to it. Yeah? I haven't finished. I have to finish for you to know if I changed it or not. Look at this. They come and say to us, "You guys believe in fairy tales and God and this, that, yeah?" To me, the biggest magic trick is 0 equals 1. The biggest magic trick to me is something comes from nothing. That is the biggest magic to me. So when you're talking about magic and you're talking about gravity is something can we see? No, we can't. We can't see the effects of. So something that we cannot see and we see the effects of when you're talking about dark matter, we can't see, and dark matter we can't see, but we look at what effects it has. Therefore we claim it's dark matter. That's ridiculous. We're saying, you know what, if you're going to do that, be consistent. We say the same thing. We look at the byproduct of our universe and around us, which points us back to a high intelligence. So you are shooting yourself in the foot.
Okay.
And when you don't talk about magic, talk about magic, can 0 equal 1?
Alright, so he made his point. I listened, I understood. So again, we say based with the same situation, which is that we have a law of gravity, which has been observed and tested in terms of every single thing that any human being has ever constructed or knows about the physical universe supports the theory of gravity. So when we use that as a basis,
the theory,
to logically infer that there must be some matter, which we call dark matter, directing the expansion of the universe, we are doing it on the basis of every single thing we have ever seen about how the world operates. That supports that inference, yeah?
Does dark matter? Can you see gravity,
his idea of we're doing the same thing, inferring Allah's existence because of we're so magical human beings and fine-tuning or whatever. Yeah. Now, that would be fair and well if there was no other explanation for those things.
There is.
Guess what? The physical laws based on gravity and the four fundamental laws explain all those things much better than this illogical inference
subjective
to outside the universe.
That's subjective. All you just said is subjective. You're using a limited thing to observe something that's unlimited.
What's the limited thing? The universe.
No.
What's the unlimited thing?
The unlimited thing is the creator. So by definition, science has nothing to say about God. You can't even go near it. Yeah. What we're saying is this:
Can God
yes, of course.
Can God affect reality? Can God change or affect reality in any way?
What do you mean by change reality?
Can God influence reality in any way? The physical world.
What do you mean by that? Like, for example, do you mean that natural disasters?
Is God able to make things happen in our physical world? Is God able to communicate or touch or relate to or influence anything in the physical world or not?
He can have, for example, he sent prophets and messengers.
Right.
So he can.
So he's not outside of the detectable.
No, he is. He sent.
So why can't we detect the effects and things he done and find out whether that really is him or not? Because a minute ago you said, the thing outside of the universe which is not knowable and seeable, and science can't know nothing about it. So I asked you, if you're defining God to be something that science can't detect.
Yeah.
So how can you then say a minute later that God did send prophets, God did send a magical book? Because that is stuff we can test.
I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say.
Bro, you're joking with that. I'm telling you simple.
Before you find out who the joker is, I want to understand your argument.
Bro, I'm going to explain it to you again. You said that God by definition is undetectable by the methodology of science.
Yes, because science is limited.
Because it relies on the physical whatever.
Science is limited.
So I asked you, has God ever communicated in the word physically?
Yes.
And he said yes.
Yes.
And he doesn't understand what the problem is.
What about it? What's your argument? Are you trying to tell me, I'm telling you science is limited, it cannot talk about something that's unlimited like the creator, it can't observe it.
Can the creator affect or influence the physical
by sending
reality?
messengers.
So, science operates on the physical reality. God can operate on the physical reality. Why can't science test God then?
No. So what science can test is the message that came and the prophets. That's what it can do. It cannot question God.
Right, so if science tests those things, it will find out whether it's true or not. And the general consensus of science is it's some made up stories by some primitive guys in the Middle East.
Okay, that's what they claim. Yeah, by what? By what?
So show me some scientific experiments that prove that stuff to be truly from God.
No. Science, you need to talk about the creator. Scripture is not something, science can reject it, we will accept it. Finish, it will get nowhere. However, the creator, the intelligent design, look.
Is it detectable by the scientific method or not?
You can't deny God.
Is God detectable by the operations of science or not?
Can God be detected?
Can God be detected by science or not?
The trademarks of God, yes. Like for example, the universe, the creation, 100%.
Yeah.
And I'll give you an example.
But
watch, you're gonna accept watch right now, brother. Ansar, yeah. Ansar, look, innate. This is
what book you got, man? Let me see what you.
No, this is about Christianity. This is forgery. You got to check it out. Yeah. Okay. Why the Bible is forgery? That's something else. Okay. Now listen. You are gonna accept the Creator. You can't run away from it. Look.
Me?
Yes, you. Right now, on camera. I'm quite emotional right now, actually. Yeah. Check this out.
It's gonna be a big one for you, bro.
No, it's gonna be a big one for you because there's nothing big happening to me. What's this? What is this here?
Looks like a book to me.
Yeah, we know that. But what do we have here? What are this?
Some words, man.
Some words. Yeah. What do we call words? Information. Yes. Is this information?
Is it information? I don't know. It depends what it says. If it just says blah, 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 I don't call that information.
Where on earth does that say blah, 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 blah?
Well, what does it say then?
That says we are never told how Sylvia's bishop came to realize. Yeah. Is that information?
Well, it's of some type, yeah.
Okay. If there's information, it requires.
What?
Did this information come on its own?
No, somebody wrote that.
Who?
Somebody wrote that.
Why? Maybe it
For
came by
somebody
itself.
to read it.
No, maybe it came by itself.
Nah,
Why
I don't
not?
think so.
Why not?
Because in
Is
my
there not a chance?
no, there is a chance. But my experience of the world, I have never seen a book that came about by itself.
Good.
So I've only ever seen books that people wrote for the purpose of other people reading.
Good.
I'm closing the pub now. I'm closing the pub.
Never such thing has happened. No such thing has ever happened. I can't see you, but I think it's Alex. Okay. Now you said, look, check this out, yeah. I go, maybe it came by chance. He goes, no. Yeah. Alex.
I don't think it came by chance.
Okay. Look. Why? Because this is called the fitra. Your innate disposition is livening up. It's like boom, bam. It's not happening. You know this cannot come by chance. Information requires. It starts with an I. Intelligence. Look, the cameraman's quite clever. I like that, yeah? Because he doesn't want anybody coming and saying that camera came here by itself. He wants some credit. He's like, fam, man's recording, you get me? Man's giving time to this, I want credit. Good. If information requires intelligence, I'll go a bit complex and sophisticated. The DNA, a single strand of DNA has more information than every single book on this planet. Now, what did we say? And this is one book out of the whole books on this planet. Information requires intelligence. DNA, more information than this book, 100 million times. If there's information in the DNA, what does it require? If there's information in the DNA, coding, yeah, programming, bang, 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 there's working, people, there's something going on. What does it require?
So, for your little trick to work, yeah?
It is going to work.
All right,
it already has. The moment you called it trick, it has worked.
For his little trick to work, yeah, what you have to do is equate things in nature, yeah, which are a product of the physical forces, with things that human beings do with their minds and hands when they write books. What's your point again?
Okay. You looked at this and said there's information. If there's information, it requires intelligence. Yes? Okay. Now, I went to the DNA. A single strand of the DNA, single strand of the DNA has more information in it than every single book on this planet. That means if there's information there, it requires what?
Yeah,
it requires what?
I don't think that's the two same
double standards.
No, I don't
hypocrisy.
I don't think for you
don't
to
do
call
that.
that
be real. Ansar, be real.
Bro, for you to call that information and to take something out of nature, and because we as human beings have broken it down into a code of letters, yeah, and you call that information as well, and then you say that also must have had a design. No, bruv, nature does those things.
Ansar, be real.
Is the structure of an atom information?
Look into my eyes.
Is the structure of an atom information?
Ansar, are you speaking for the sake of it now, or are you rejecting this argument?
The point doesn't make sense.
Okay. It makes perfect sense. You know it's double standards. To come to this book, a mere book, and look at it and say this information requires intelligence, and go to a DNA which the evolutionists don't even know where it came from. One second.
Why don't you just say that because this has information in it, therefore God must have done this as well?
No.
You know human beings done this.
God created the one who made this.
So why couldn't God have created nature to make the DNA?
What are you talking about? Don't run away from the topic.
Bro, if you only insist on information equals intelligence, then you could just as well say that the DNA code in nature is also the intelligence behind it was God. You just do that all the time anyway.
A person, I've talked to you before, a person who's genuine, sincere will say, you know what, Ali, that makes sense.
It doesn't make sense.
And if you say it doesn't make sense, you are lying to your own self.
So we have the absolute criteria by which to judge all logic by.
Can we move up a
Ali
bit?
Dawah is self-appointedly the universal criteria by which to judge all logic. What?
5 minutes more. This is very interesting. We already at the restaurant. Okay, just tell me which restaurant I'll be there. Okay, I want to make something really clear, yeah? This is why I said, when I use this argument, and by the way, I'm not using this argument to prove a point that Ali Dawah won. No, I just want the truth to be spoken. This is not...
Ali, come on, bro.
Don't mess with my intention.
That's not a strong point, bro.
No. Listen. Anyone that's watching this at home that has an atom way of sincerity will say, you know what, fam, that clicked. Clicked. You know why? I said to you, fam, listen, the truth, Allah says in the Quran...
You're just being a salesman.
I'm telling you. I don't sell anything, yeah? Check this out.
Yeah, you don't, yeah?
Yeah, listen. The Quran says...
You sell a lot, bruv. How much? 100,000 subscribers?
When it doesn't matter, they mean nothing, yeah?
Yeah, I guess nothing at all, yeah? Tell them again, subscribers.
What does it mean on the day of judgment if I stand in front of Allah and I did all that for fame? What does it mean? It doesn't mean nothing in God. The first three people are going to enter the hellfire are the ones who did things with the wrong intentions. Anyways, moving swiftly on. I'm just looking, I'm not here to win an argument or to say like, no, I'm not here for that. It's not about ego thing. So this is about truth. Yeah, but I showed him a simple example, and this is what I call double standards and hypocrisy, and I don't like it. Be honest. You're not rejecting a book that has an author, and I said, can this come by chance? He said, of course not. Of course not. Somebody
because it's written in a human language.
A DNA that's not written in a human language, yeah? And
because human beings looked at nature and translated it into letters for our own convenience.
Just say to me, Ali, I'm going to look into it. Don't make excuses for it. The DNA is more complicated and more sophisticated than this book. It has information which requires intelligence. You can't run away from it. So Anser, I ask you and I pray for you, brother, don't get fooled with this atheist vibe thing. Look into it. I don't know what happened with you, what you went through.
Bro,
we are human beings.
This, man.
No. I'm talking to you heart to heart. Bro, I'm not even, look, I'm talking to you as a brother because I love you. I'm talking heart to heart with you.
Yeah, but that argument's no good, bro.
Ansar, listen to me. Bro, I don't know what's happened. Look, I've gone through things in my life, yeah? But just because I go through them and go through hard times, bro, it doesn't mean I reject my faith basis and jump into something that's crazy. Atheism. Yeah? I still see you as a brother. I still believe, look, listen. All I'm saying is, fam, listen. Don't just go in this wave of atheism because you know, brother, look, I'll give you a simple example.
I told you, bro,
can't deny it.
I told you that you equating the fact that information in a book that we can logically infer must have had an intelligent human being, right? It's a bloody book in a human language. Like, who wouldn't infer that? Now, then you turn around and say this is exactly the same thing when you look at nature and the DNA code that some agency must have designed the DNA code. Nah, bro, that's nature. That's the product of the physical laws.
Okay, I'm gonna make it simple. Yeah, where did this complex DNA come from?
It came over evolution and nature.
Where's your evidence? Because even Darwin, he stops at evolution. Yeah. Most atheists, they stop at the first cell. Yeah. They stop there. How are you making claims that big scientists haven't done?
Well, actually, you're wrong there.
Okay,
because any development after the first cell is classified as evolution when you got different species.
Before the first cell. Don't go after.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying. Before the first cell was formed, you have a process called abiogenesis, which is the theory of how we got from chemicals to biology, which is the first living cell. Now, the theory of that is that there's about 6 stages that non-living materials happen to get together and form amino acids, get together and form chains, and got together and form RNA. RNA was the precursor to DNA. 3 out of these 6 processes have been replicated in scientific laboratories already. No. Yeah? Now, it's not a conclusive theory, but it is a very good understanding of how we got DNA, which is through RNA.
No, sorry.
So it's not my fault that he doesn't know none of this stuff.
No, sorry.
Brother, you said to me what I should do is now go and research. Now, brother, if you were honest, what you would do is go and research abiogenesis and RNA.
Scientists got so stuck with this, you know what they said? Aliens.
Bro, it's still a possibility, yeah? It's still a
They got so
possibility
stuck
that the
with this,
first...
they said, fam, how can we escape?
Right, the reason for that, shall I tell you the reason for that? Because they have found in space chains of molecules which were the same chains of molecules.
Are you hearing this?
Bro, alien just means...
No.
Yeah, extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
I can't see you, but with that argument, I don't want to see you. That was
Bro, the definition of alien is not on our planet.
No. God is alien. Sorry, I don't know.
No, he's just... Bro, the definition of an alien is outside of this planet, yeah? Terrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
Check this out. Do you know what that means when scientists come and say, fam, first cell, aliens. You know what that means?
No.
Fam, that's a joke.
Don't listen to this guy.
That's fairy tales.
Don't listen to this guy.
Imagine a scientist coming and saying, bro, first cell, fam, how are we going to get out of this? Aliens.
Right,
bro,
so-
that's a joke. That is a joke.
Can I explain
And
what's really
scientists
going
coming
on?
and saying aliens. Wow, I'm a Muslim. I believe in the unseen, fam. I wouldn't even say that.
Okay, go on.
I wouldn't even say aliens.
Fine. But can I explain what's going on, yeah? Now, because it hasn't been conclusively demonstrated how we got from just chemistry and chemicals to a biological system of life, it's not 100%, but a lot of the stages have been proven.
just using
Now,
terms.
because there is some gaps there, okay, there are theories which say, where did that first cell and those chains come from, yeah? So there's a possibility that there was meteorites where we have found some of these chains already there that could have landed on Earth and brought the first cell with it, or brought the first combination of things to lead to the first cell. This is a theory because it's not conclusive and they're open to other possibilities.
Okay.
We don't know if it is true.
Thank you.
But he just wants to
You
say...
just answered for me. It's a theory. We don't know. We don't know in theory. Thank you. That's enough. That means you don't know, fam. It's a theory. Once your theory is solid, then come and talk to me. Other than that, why are you putting your whole trust in something that's not solid?
Don't I say to you I don't know?
No.
Didn't I say to you that I don't know?
If you don't know, then stick to that.
Yeah, so
kindly.
my position...
Don't come and say... Don't dare to come to us and say about God because you have no leg to stand on.
Of course I have a leg to stand on.
I gave you one argument that I used, fam. Just a book.
Yeah, and I told you it's a rubbish argument.
Your heart couldn't deny it. Your heart was like, fam, allow this.
Bro, how can you tell what's in my heart? How can you tell what's in my heart?
Listen. No, you know why? Because you couldn't deny it.
Guys, I don't need to prove nothing to him. You can obviously see why.
You don't need to prove us anything.
Yeah, but I just want to explain
You got your own ideas, you got your own options.
Outside, you have to be real with
Guys,
yourself.
you just shut up a second, yeah? I'm talking to the guy here. Ali Dawah, the thing of the fact is, yeah, you saying I've not got a leg to stand on to criticize, question Allah, yeah? What the hell are you talking about? I'm a human being. I refer to scientific explanations for things when I find them convincing. I still admit that I still admit that those scientific models that we use to explain and control future behavior. Bro, just shut up a second, yeah? Those models that we use, yeah, are reasonable because they're reliable. They give us predictive explanatory power. So I'm happy to refer to them. Now, when it comes to things that we don't know about, the origin of the universe, whether infinity can exist, I just say I don't know. And the world's greatest experts say they don't know. Now, this is a prime excuse for theists to come and say, because some people don't know something and they're honest enough to admit that, we can say, we are sure. We've got a magical explanation.
No. What we say is we admire your honesty, but stick to your lane. That's what we say.
Nah.
Yeah? No.
My lane is, why should I believe that there's any dimension outside of the physical reality? That's my lane.
Hear me out. Brother.
How many dimensions do you know?
Guys.
Alright, I know the three dimensions and time. The three dimensions and time.
Let's not divert this.
4 dimensions.
Let's not divert this, yeah? Okay. See, when you divert it, man forgets. What was I talking about?
Ali, you gotta stop smoking, man.
I don't smoke. That's the thing. I wish I smoked to blame it on it.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
Maybe you should start, then you can.
No, I don't want to.
Alright, it doesn't matter. Look, the fact of the matter is, I have every right to...
Yeah, that's it. What we're saying is we admire your honesty, we don't know, yeah? That's like the Christians are coming and saying to us, you know what? We know our scriptures are corrupted, and they want a cookie for it. And we're like, look, listen, you saying you believe your scriptures are corrupted, good. We will say we admire your honesty, but it still doesn't take the fact that, fam, your scriptures are corrupted. You coming and saying to me, hey,
that's got nothing
it's
to
like
do
me
with
coming
me.
and saying, yo, listen, I'm a thief. Yeah? And you're going to be like, all right, thanks, fam, just stay away from me.
That's got nothing
no,
to
it
do
does.
with me.
I admire your honesty by saying we don't know, but don't you dare come to us and be like, you must believe in fairy tales.
Okay.
Fam,
So my position starts from that I don't know certain things about the world, like where the world came from and stuff like that. So you think you do know?
No, I don't know. I'm looking at the one who created it. There is a cause.
So how is that not assuming that you do know?
Can 0 equal 1?
Bro, this is what I'm saying.
My position. Can 0 equal 1?
Ali, before you start this silly nonsense, yeah?
It's not nonsense. Don't say nonsense. My argument you haven't heard.
My position is that I am not sure about certain things.
Are you sure 0 can't equal 1? Ansar, look, hear me out.
0 is 0, 1 is 1.
Thank you.
The two things are well defined in mathematics.
Okay.
I don't see what that's got to do with anything else.
It does. Can something come from nothing?
I don't know. How do you know?
Ansar, can something come from nothing?
Bro, in mathematics,
Forget
which is
mathematics, the real world.
Wait,
In
mathematics
you have
is
infinite,
a
doesn't exist.
completely defined system.
Yes.
It's a closed system
I
that
know.
human beings invented and have completely defined. 1 is always 1 no matter what. 0 is always 0 no matter what.
Exactly.
In that situation, 0 can never be 1 and 1 can never be 0, according to the laws of logic.
Thank you.
But
Thank
the
you.
universe we live in, that might not operate to our man-made laws of logic.
No. How do you know?
Because we invented maths and made it to be that constricted.
We
didn't invent the universe and make it to be that constricted.
Fam, listen, we go.
We don't know.
Look, we go with what's within our real realm, yeah? Nothing cannot
So-
make something.
so-
One
so-
second. I'm going with nothing cannot make something. We talk about causation, yeah? Something, for example, has to cause another thing for it to happen.
Bro,
Yes?
still using these arguments.
No. I'm still using these arguments because they're solid. They are solid. Rob comes to me, hey Ali, why'd you use it? I go, fam, you can't refute it. Don't tell me not to use it. Fam, listen, who's that? Where?
Where's the expert? Where's the expert? I'm looking for him. Ali, go out the way. There's the
The
expert.
question is why you are not talking about today's problem.
Yes.
Why all the
Yes. Yes.
why only they talk about 2,000 years ago. Why they don't talk about the poverty? How do you sort the poverty? That's the
Yeah,
question.
Sharia law, kill all the apostates and
yeah.
everything will be fine.
Sorry,
How do you
sorry.
sort the
We've got an expert. Sorry. On the mysteries of the universe. Mysteries of the universe, expert.
Yeah, you know that.
Let's first
Oh,
solve the mystery
yes,
of 0 equals 1.
Come involved, man. Keep on pushing.
So-
Please
so,
correct
look,
me. Please
look,
correct
look.
me. Correct me if I made a
Look,
mistake.
this uncle is an expert, yeah?
Here we
I'm
go
just
on,
quickly going to
uncle.
sum it up, yeah? Uncle.
I still have asked him not
Uncle,
to call me uncle.
mathematics.
He's not that
not
old.
your uncle.
He's not that old.
Yeah, but I'm not your uncle.
This gentleman.
Whether
this
I'm old
gentleman,
or
yeah?
young.
This gentleman. Your name?
Carlo.
Carlo. Mathematically, or even in a real mode, can 0 ever equal 1?
That is an absurd question.
I know.
I don't understand where you're coming from.
Simple. Can 0 equal 1?
Not to my knowledge. So what have you just proven?
I've proven that 0 cannot equal 1.
Wow.
Well done, you.
I already knew that.
Good for you.
But I already knew that.
There is a PhD waiting for this man.
Did he say he knew that? What did he say on camera 5 minutes ago?
No, but I may be wrong. I'm
did
not a
say that.
mathematician.
You don't need to be a mathematician. Little child will know.
Okay, so-
Carlo. A little child.
Okay,
0
so we
can
agree
equal
that
1.
0 can't equal 1. What's
So
the
what
next
does that
point?
show?
What's the next point?
It shows
What's
a
the next
very,
point?
very knowledgeable person like Carlo can even come to the basic conclusion that 0 cannot equal 1.
I
So
bloody
for you-
explained why
for you
that
to
couldn't
say
happen.
the
I
universe
explained it very
came from
thoroughly why that
nothing
couldn't
is
happen.
A joke.
No, but that's what
It's
you
an
say.
absolute joke.
That's what you say. God made it from nothing.
Go on, yeah. So what's the next step? After 0
God made
can't
it
equal
from
1?
nothing.
No.
So you
What
say.
that means is that you guys cannot deny the creator. You can come and argue about
Yes, we
religion.
can.
That's the most you can do.
What's that got to
That's the
do
most
with
you can
it,
do.
Ali?
We
How
can
do you
deny
connect
all
this
the
to
time.
you?
If
you
it
keep
cannot come
on-
from nothing, then something created it.
But is there a nothing?
You know, guy's face,
Yeah.
he knows.
Okay.
You know. You know.
We can't deny the creator. We can't deny the creator. I just have. There is no creator.
How could you? Anyway.
I
I
deny
don't
it.
think so. I think not
It's
either.
up to you to prove
I don't think so.
And you have never done
Bro,
it.
based on those arguments,
what's his video?
I'm pretty sure there probably isn't one.
I have.
Because he wouldn't allow you to come here with these arguments. That's the fact.
No, but does
We have
nothing
many, I'll use
exist?
one.
Okay.
Does nothing exist?
Ali,
Nothing is the absence of something.
Yeah. Does nothing exist?
When there's nothing
Ali,
there,
does nothing exist?
if there's something not there, it does.
It doesn't exist.
does.
Does it?
It does.
Nothing exists.
If there's no something,
How
it will
does-
exist.
Let's test this.
You really
giving me a
you have
headache, bro.
completely blown science
No,
apart.
no, I didn't even talk about science. This is basic, basic
Oh, not
understanding
science.
the rational.
Okay,
Yeah?
logic.
What is nothing? The absence of something.
No, the absence of anything.
Thank you. Even better. The absence of anything.
Of everything.
Everything.
The absence of all things.
All things.
Including God.
Preach, fam. Preach.
Including Allah.
There you go.
Including Allah.
Nah, he knows that. Everything, something, whatever. It's the absence of that.
Bro, why do you think you know so much about
I
these?
don't know, bro. I'm maybe the most ignorant one out here. I'm just being humble.
Well,
It's a simple.
it's
Look,
not-
look, look.
okay, so your simple
That's the funny
calculation,
thing.
your simple calculation is better than the
Hey,
world's
listen,
greatest
where's my
experts
boy?
and
Where's my boy
mathematicians.
Zishan? Where's my boy Zishan?
He's over there, bro.
Hey, your name ain't Zishan, fam. No, I'm joking. Where are you? Oh, Saeed. Let's go eat. Zishan. Yo, listen, fam. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Okay. By the way, I like you guys. Stop content over everything. Yeah? You guys are not biased. Yeah, you guys, you don't have the agenda, so that's why You know, I respect you guys as long as you guys keep it like that because you guys are neutral. You're sincere and specific, straight to the point.
Ali, they called me to come and you going. Anyhow, the universe came from something, not from nothing.
Yes.
It came from something.
Yes, the creator.
We agree
That's
on
the
that.
creator.
Oh man, he bloody got it now.
Yeah, the creator.
No, he's not.
Listen, I'm gonna go to Sweden. Let me come back here, and we need to talk because I got stuff out, got to take out my chest.
Really?
You know?
Are they messing with you again?
you
Are they
haven't
messing
yet?
with you? Yeah, people troubling you.
Nah, no one's troubling me, but you know. Yeah. Anyways,
It's all good, bro. Respect.
take care. I'm sorry, we got to cool.
Take care.
Hey, Ali, have a good one.
Okay, so we're done.
We're done for the night.
That was a little bit of stretching.
It has happened already 10 times. I go, Carlo, come here. You know, explain what the.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go.
Carlo, do you want to, if you were listening, please.
Did he? Sorry.
Pack up there, guys.
Did he?
Yeah, it's a bit late, isn't it? Oh, yeah, cool.
Did he do his